Hello, I'm Mal, and welcome back to Darkest Dungeon. Alright, so what are we going to do in this one? First off, I need to point out that I actually did one dungeon run off camera, and the reason I did that is I was waiting for a few characters to come out of the sanitarium, or, you know, they were getting stress relief or what have you. But these four actually went out to a veteran dungeon and did really well. I mean, I came out with basically no stress, got some nice level promotions on them. So yes, so Cameron, Kraken, Enzo, and Phoenix went out. Now, what are we going to do in this one? Well, in this one, we're going to go slay the Hag Witch, or make the best effort to do it. I'm brimming with overconfidence, right? No, I'm not actually. I'm a little bit concerned, but I think I've got a good group put together for this. So we should be okay. Now, it's also important to note that I will be taking a break. Excuse me, I'll be taking a break from Darkest Dungeon until the 28th of May, 2015. So that's like about a week from now. So this will be the last episode of Darkest Dungeon until a week from now. And on the 28th, there's a brand new update coming with new bosses and new areas. So I'll be doing an update video on that for you folks. And then I'll be spending some time with the new Man-at-Arms and Arbalist classes. So I hope you look forward to that. Okay, without further ado, let's go ahead and set up the team that we're taking to go kill the Hag. We're going to do double Hellions up front. So even though they're not level 6, we're going to go ahead and go with Kerrigan and Copley. And then, let's see. I think I'm going to go with... excuse me. I'm going to go with Requiem in the 3rd rank. And I'm going to grab Phoenix for the last rank. Alright, so let's talk about why. Well, the Hellions have If It Bleeds, and I'll get into this more as we get to the fight, but between If It Bleeds being able to stack damage over time in the 2nd rank where the Hag Witch is located, right, and they both have it, and then we can also add in Plague Grenade, stack that, but based on the mechanics of the game, any of these people could end up in the pot. So I need somebody to be able to do spot healing, which Requiem can do, and a healer with, you know, a party heal to keep people off death's door, like Divine Comfort. Now, hopefully, it'll be a non-issue. Hopefully I can deal enough damage quickly to just kill her off, but I think this is a pretty good group for it. And like I said, as we get closer, I'll give more details. But in any case, I'm going to equip these folks with trinkets. I'm going to provision everything. I'll make a quick cut in the video, and then we come back. We'll be in the dungeon headed towards the Hag. So I'll see you in just a sec. Okay, let's take a look at our equipment and our group in greater detail before we head on. In the first spot we have Copley, using Legendary Bracer and a Tough Ring. Skills setup, Wicked Hack. We don't need that. We need Iron Swan. Well, actually, technically right now I don't need it. But I will for the fight with the Hag, so potentially. Anyway, but right now she's got Wicked Hack, Barbaric, Yap, If It Bleeds, and Adrenaline Rush on. We'll make the change up a little bit later as we get closer to the Hag. Second spot, I've got Kerrigan. Now Kerrigan, because she has additional quirks, this one in particular, plus 15% damage from Wield Tactician, I decided to set her up a little bit differently and gave her the Legendary Bracer and the Bleed Amulet. Now, what that means is that I'm going to have a more likely chance to have If It Bleeds land, and I should do additional damage on all strikes because of the way I've got her set up, right? Having said that, if she gets pulled into the pot, that takes out my damage dealer, and she's more squishy. So I've got sort of a tanky kind of Hellion setup here, and more of a damage dealing setup here. We'll see whether or not that works out. I think it will. Alright, then I've got Requiem in the 3rd spot, and you can see Requiem's using the Blasphemous Vial to increase, really basically chance to blight, stun to a lesser degree, and then a Tough Ring, so that Requiem's not so squishy. And then principally we'll most likely be using Incision when we get to the Hag Queen for more bleed, but we could also attempt Blight as well. I think Bleed she's less resistant to if memory serves me correctly, which is why we'll likely be using that. He'll also be facilitating additional healing with Battlefield Medicine as needed, and then obviously that gives us Cure, Blight, and Bleed, which is nice to have. It's also nice to have the fact that both of the Hellions can also cure and remove Blight and Bleed on their own. Then we have Phoenix back here, using double tough rings, basically just for extra, not only health, but also 20% protection. That hopefully will keep Phoenix in the fights. And the primary purpose here is to make sure if we're on Death's Door, we use Divine Comfort to get people off of Death's Door. That is really Phoenix's only job, as far as the Hag's concerned. Can she do damage with Judgment into the back rank? Sure. Is that what she's for? No, not really. Okay. Let's take a look at our provisions. I have a ton of food. I've got anti-venom, holy water, bandages, herbs, shovels, and keys. I am not the least bit concerned.
Have run up these lanes. Keep to the side path. The hamlet is just ahead.
I'm not really the least bit concerned about loot.
Leave nothing unchecked. There is much to be found in forgotten places.
But if we pick up stuff as we go along, then, you know, so be it. But it's not a big issue for me. Much more concerned about beating this hag without losing anyone. That's my objective. And you know what? I think I'm gonna go ahead. I might as well go ahead and camp right now, actually. Grab our buffs.
Gathered close in tenuous firelight and uneasy companionship.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and grab the buffs, and I'll tell you why. Because I'm not concerned particularly about what my stress is coming out of here either. If I don't come out of this run stress-free, I'm kind of okay with that. Again, the objective is to get through, I guess safely would be the best term, right? So we definitely want this, Battle Trance, because we want the plus 20% damage against size 2 mobs, which she is. So that, and it also gives us plus 10 accuracy, so that's a no-brainer. And we also want plus 10% crit. That's a no-brainer. Since we're doing this as a dark run, we want to maximize our crit. Okay, and then we're going to do the same thing over here. Let me change this up. Battle Trance. Sharpened Spear. Okay, and then Bleed. We might actually do Preventative Medicine. I can't think of anything. Well, it's that or Bless. Ooh, that's a toughie there. Actually, I think we'll do Bless right there. So plus 10 accuracy, plus 10 dodge, plus 10 crit, plus 10 accuracy, plus 20% damage, and the same plus 10 accuracy, plus 20% damage, size 2 mobs, and plus 10 crit. Alright, let's rest. Wake up! They're upon us! No! Oh,
this thug in
cohesive ectoplasm.
May hear of your arrival.
Hadn't seen one of those guys in a while. Ooh.
Such a terrible assault cannot be left
That was not cool, dude. That was just not cool at all. On the for real tip, Mr. Ectoplasm.
Obliterated.
You know what? Let's shift back, actually. And let's get a heal. And another one. Well, I can't, I mean, it's bleed, but whatever, it's damage. They're not gonna bleed. Goodbye.
Press this advantage. Give them no quarter.
Alright, you go there. Now, it's doubtful that she's here. She's probably down in one of these locations at the far end of the dungeon, but we'll go ahead and check out this leg over here just in case.
An ambush.
Oh, hello, doggy.
Send these vermin a message. The rightful owner has returned, and their kind is no longer welcome.
That's right. They're no longer welcome.
As the fiend falls, a faint hope blossoms. As victories mount, so too will resistance.
Yeah, as victories mount, as will the resistance. Just want to let you guys know. That's a true statement. That's a true statement.
Packs laden with loot are often low on supplies.
Alright, we'll take that. Oh, hello ectoplasms. Or ectoplasmi. Would it be ectoplasmi? I don't know. What's your blight resist? 120. Yeah, that ain't happening. So we'll just do stabby stabby.
Destroyed.
Nice. Good job, Requiem. Hard to go wrong with stabby stabby, right? Let's see. Smack.
Confidence surges as the enemy crumbles.
Something tells me that things are gonna get ugly the closer we get to her, because these fights are not hard.
Remind yourself that overconfidence is a slow and insidious killer.
Yeah, these fights are not very challenging, and there will be challenging fights, guaranteed. These simply aren't it yet. You know what, let's drop that. We'll get better gems and or gold as we go through here. Okay, back through. That's why I brought so much food, because I wanted to make sure that we could heal up in between fights, and then not have any issue with how long we took to explore things and what have you. I think I brought, what, 5 stacks of food or something? It's probably overkill, but again, I don't want issues. And money's not really a thing anymore for me, so there's that too. What's up, fellas? Insatiable ghoul. Alright, let's see. Oh, that was nice.
A victory.
Really nice.
Perhaps
okay.
a turning point.
Awesome. Good job.
A powerful blow.
And stabby stabby. There we go. One guy left. Did you just try to stun us? What? You silly gargoyle. Die.
A trifling victory, but a victory nonetheless.
Yeah. Meh for these lower level gems. And the reason why is because they can only stack to 1,000, so what's the point of giving up a slot for them? Yeah, they're not a good deal. Don't believe the hype.
Glittering gold, trinkets and baubles.
Take that. I don't want the other stuff.
Blood.
Let's see, let's go like that. That. Drop those because I don't need them. Grab that gold. Yeah, I know, I'm a little OCD with this. I like to keep all the treasure stuff so I can see it at a glance. Alright. Trap. Well, I guess you can do it. Nice.
And now, the darkness holds dominion.
Eerie spider
Black as
web.
death.
Brain not working. Think it's bandage. Yes. Ho, ho, ho.
Finding the stuff is only the first test.
All right, let's see.
Now it must be carried home.
Get rid of the key. I don't know if I should have brought the keys or not. Quite frankly. Because the only thing in here they're good for is, like, left luggage. Because the heirloom chest at this point I don't really even care about, so I could drop that. Nah, I don't really care about this thing, so... Yeah, there we go. That's my thoughts on that. Let's go.
Wealth beyond measure, awarded to the brave and the foolhardy alike.
Yep, I'm gonna dump those keys, actually. I know, you're like, no, Mal, what are you doing? Trust me, there's plenty of loot in here. Alright, so let's get this fight. In fact, I might just stop. Hey, it's Mushroom Head, guys. I might just stop bringing keys with me for the most part. Yeah. I may. Alright, let's blind them if we can. Dodged? Oh, come on, Requiem.
A singular strike.
Nice. Dodged. I don't like that round too much. Now she's gonna pull. I should strike one of these. Since she's... Yeah, I will, since she's already moved. Actually, you know what? There we go, let's do that. Grabs us a breather to reposition. Yep, move back. Get rid of her. Good hit. Burn in holy flame. If I don't get a crit, I'm not gonna kill this one. Let's just kill this one. Oh, no, or it'll dodge. Stabby, stabby. Oh, we actually bled him? That was cool.
The bigger the beast, the greater the glory.
Yeah, I'm gonna keep everything I've got right now. Yeah. So, we know that the fight's not in any of these rooms, so what I think I'll do is I'll just keep moving. We'll pretty much not loot anymore. Yeah, so from this juncture here... Yeah, from this junction we know that basically everything on this side of the dungeon, to the right over here, or east, however you want to look at it, we know that we've got to go back and loot all of this stuff. Stun, please. Very good. Nice. It's a pretty tough hit from that guy. Or both of them, actually. Alright. Let's see. Nice. Good hit. Ah, Kalula! Or whatever she said. I'm not sure what it was.
Mortality clarified in a single strike.
Oof.
Death
Alright.
waits
Alright now.
for the
Come on now.
slightest lapse in concentration.
here. There we go. Let's get a heal here. And you know what? Let's just do some healing. Some more healing. We're only in round 3, so let's go ahead and stun this guy. You can buff because reasons. And stun him again. Alright, and then we'll have to kill him. Yeah, we'll have to go ahead and kill him. I don't want to pick up extra stress. But there we go. That'll save us a little bit of food, right? So.
These nightmarish creatures can be felled. They can be beaten.
Okay, let's use up some of said food right now. And grab that gold, which we'll put down here like this. Close. And we're going to keep going. We're not going to loot that. She's right down there. Okay. As indicated by the ugly red skull.
Nature herself, a victim to the spreading corruption, malformed with misintent.
Okay, so we'll have a fight here, which will probably be pretty ugly, and then her. Okay. Not gonna lie, I'm a little bit nervous. Giant ectoplasm. Oh, this isn't too bad. I say as my vessel gets moved around. All right, let's see. Actually, let's try to stun it if we can. Yep. See if we can get rid of her. Yeah, that should do it. She should be... No. Need a little bit more damage. Play grenade and finish her off? Well, in theory that would have worked. Mace bash? Sure, why not? 30 crit? Nice. Yeah, people always are like, you know, the Vestals, meh, they don't do anything. But they, you know, especially against Unholy, yeah, they can do decent damage. Don't overlook them. There we go. She's gone. And... that thing's gone. I almost said he, but I don't think that's really a he at this point. Or a she, for that matter. Okay, let's see. Now, what can we drop? We can drop that shovel. Yep. Grab that gold. Do I don't really need the medicinal herbs at this point. Actually, one thing I'd use that in here for would be like a carcass or something. So, actually, I think at this point I can get rid of these safely. Okay, so let's move this stuff over. Grab that as well. Okay, here we go, folks. Moment of truth coming up. Let's make sure everyone's at full health. Okay, let's get back in position. I know somebody was screaming at the screen right then. Mel, what the hell are you doing? Okay, here we go. Now, if you're not familiar with this fight, there's going to be the Hag Witch, and then in front of it a pot. Randomly, one of these people is going to end up in the pot. I'm actually hoping that it's my first Well, actually, ideally it would be either Requiem or Copley. This one or this one. And then I'll utilize the others, obviously, to do as much damage as possible, and then Phoenix can heal. But we'll see.
Twisted and maniacal. A slathering testament to the powers of corruption.
Now, she gets multiple attacks, so the idea here is ignore the cauldron. It's got 200 hit points. If you destroy the cauldron, it will dump your person back out, but it's quite frankly not worth it. She's got 120 hit points, so it's a race between us and her in terms of damage. So let's go, starting off with If It Bleeds. Judgment, might as well, gives us a little bit of extra damage. Into the pot, there goes my healer. So now it's absolutely a DPS race. Which I think we'll be able to win, actually. I'm hopeful. Let's see. She's got high resist to blight. But we've got enough bleed here, I think, to get it done. Okay, we're doing alright so far. Going well. Just gonna keep stacking these bleeds. So take a look here now. Look at what we're doing here. Stacking up the dots.
Oof.
Oof. Okay, that hurt. That hurt.
Dazed, reeling.
Oh no, we should have missed that. We got her. We've got it right here. Yep. She's done. Yeah, that's right. That's right, Hag Witch.
The way is still
High fives everywhere.
less people will be eaten.
High fives to everybody. Yeah, that's right. That's right. That's right. So Phoenix comes out on death's door, but it's okay because we won.
This expedition at least promises success.
Sun Cloak, Brawler's Gloves. I don't necessarily care about those items too much. I got a bunch of these, so... But, let's see. Might as well take the Sun Cloak, I guess. Wow. Alright. And... slide back there. Brawler's Gloves? That I don't care about. Okay, Heirloom Chest.
If only treasure could staunch the flow of otherworldly corruption.
Yeah, I know, right? If only it could. Alright, now. Whew. I'll feel pretty good about that. But I'm not super interested in any more fights, so I think what we're gonna do is we're gonna backtrack a bit to grab some of this loot to sort of finish up what we have, and then we're gonna take our, I think, I'd like to say well-earned spoils of war and head out of here. So let's just go back, pick up a few things that we left behind. Yep, we'll take that. Thank you very much. What do we got here? Okay, so drop the bandages and grab that. Don't need the torch. And we'll head down here. Something to loot. Another torch. Oh, right, we're stacked to max, huh? That's fine. Get rid of that. Grab this. And we are gonna call that a successful dungeon run. Mm-hmm. That's great. Oh. So, you know, in that third position, I debated what to take. I think it worked. I think it worked relatively well with that setup. Now, you could, in that third position, you could put a bounty hunter. That would certainly be valid. Or you could also move the Vestal up to position 3, and in position 4, put a jester in there, which I think would also work well for that fight. Didn't quite get level 6 off that, huh? Well, okay. Obsessed with self-worship. Oh, okay. I guess we'll have to remove that. Oh, plus 10% damage? I like that. Nice. Plus 15% heal received? In camp? Lame-o. Steady, plus 10% stress resist. That's pretty good. So we did come out with, you know, relatively high stress on some of these, but I think overall that went pretty smoothly.
Welcome home, such as it is. This squalid hamlet, these corrupted lands, they are yours now.
All right, so
you are bound to them.
In terms of quest goals, we have now defeated all the bosses in this run-through. We're still working on roster goals, but, you know, that will kind of organically continue to happen. Once the update comes out in a week and I start playing again, I'll try to focus in on these particular classes to get them to level 6 in conjunction with the new classes, right? Because obviously I'm going to want to play the Man-at-Arms and the Arbalist because they're new, and, you know, we all want to see the new and shiny stuff, so... Anyway, I hope that you did enjoy this, and if you did, please hit the thumbs up. As always, I look forward to both your comments and feedback. Thanks so much for watching, and until next time, I'm Mal, and I will see you later.